Hey, this is Chris Bogar with the deck profile of my Dark Worlds. This is basically my main deck right now. It's the possibly not really the number one deck, but right. Quick explanation: the reasoning why people didn't play Dark Worlds at YCS, only 120 people out of 1,200 did, because not many people were willing to play a deck that was 3 days out. They weren't willing to take that risk, so they didn't want to lose because of it. It is a YCS. YCS is a really big event. Anyways, on to my deck list. My deck list is different than no other. It is very cheap, but it works very well, and I've beaten Tour Guide Dark Worlds multiple times with this because of the consistency of it. But I'm going to get into the deck. 3 Grapha. Grapha is obviously amazing. You need 3 though because he's basically your most. He's one of your main win conditions. Usually in the Dark World decks, he's your only win condition, but not so much in this deck. 2 Snow. 3 gets really cloggy in your hands, and you don't need to search so much, especially with the spell lineup. But you do side in the third one if spells die against you due to your opponent's side. This card is the most busted. He's your second win condition. Ceruli, this effect is right there. Let me get this nice. Oh, shit. Nice for you. Discard from the graveyard card effects. Push summon the graveyard to your opponent's side. Face up defense. Discard supposed to summon this way. The effect of Dark World card. Your opponent must discard 1 card. So since your opponent will control this card. Sorry, let me just put it in perspective here. Move this up. Your opponent controls this card in defense. So you discard 1 card at your choice, and you discard any Dark World, and their second effects activate. So Ceruli is really good, in essence. It's the second win condition because there are cards like Double Silva, which minus your opponent to no end, and Double Gold, also minus your opponent, and this helps win. Triple Brow for consistency. With the second effects, you get to draw 2, and then that ends up discarding more and more cards in your hand. It just does a lot of work. Next, 3 Brawn. This card I might get hate for this, but Brawn is just too good, especially with Tengu and Plants running around. Due to Billy Break, winning again. But this card is amazing because not really much against Thunder King unless you have Gates on the field, but it's amazing because it gets rid of those nasty cloggy hands, and no matter what, this card will do a lot of damage, especially if you could have clear direct attack, and then special summon Beige, which you play 2 of, and you could go Exceed, or Beat Stick, or Bounce for Grapha, anything really. So those are those combos. Next, you have Double Scar. This card just helps you get the setups, mostly to Ceruli, because Ceruli is one of your win conditions, and that is amazing. Plus, worst case, if you're playing Skodra in Dark Worlds, Ceruli isn't one of the main thing you want to get. You get the Scar to grab the Snow, which ends up getting Grapha, which ends up being your other win condition. Foolish Burial, that's obvious, because you get Grapha to the game. Reborn, Book, Hole, Heavy, and Card Destruction. Those are all staples in Dark World decks. I don't play any MSTs because I'd rather play, because I have Silvas for that job. My back row clearing. 3 Dark World, or Gates of Dark World, that's pretty standard. No one's going to argue with that. No one's going to argue with this. 3 Dark Knights to the Grave. Amazing card. But it's dead sometimes. So to balance that out, most people will play only 1 Dark World dealings. But I'll play 3. Why I play 3 of both of them? They're both good in different situations. Drag Down to the Grave is good when your opponent has a hand. But in a Plants variant, with this, they can discard their Dandy in hand, or the Spore or Bulb. That could be a bad thing. This is what you choose to discard. And it's just what you can minus your opponent. But they get to choose which Dark World they discard. So the weakest and least effective Dark World is what they'll choose. Dark World Dealings, however, is your choice. And you can activate this while your opponent has no cards in hand. If they have no cards in hand, you can't play Drag Down. Unlike this. So that's the plus side to Dealings. Plus, these 9 right here help you speed through the deck like crazy. Even though you give your opponent a bunch of pluses and they get their hand, you have stuff like that and that. These 2 minus your opponent from their pluses, and just keep your game state winning up. And another card I have hate for, 2 Forces of Darkness. This recycles the Ceruli and Dark World fodder. It's a good top deck when you're top decking and you need to grab that Brow or Grapha or Brawn or something, so you can bounce it for Grapha. This recycles Ceruli and Silva Gold Brow. So that card is amazing. In Dark Woods, usually you burn your hand really fast, especially with the 9 discarded cards right there. And after you explode, quote unquote explode, you lose momentum. And if you get Dark Hold or something, you're gonna lose because of it. So this helps you recover from that, and it's just an amazing card to not play. It's a +1, and especially with card destruction. If you rip a card destruction and have this set, oh god, more stupid crap is gonna happen. But that's my Dark Wood deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy. Comment, subscribe. Let's see. Let's go through the side deck real fast. It's your choice. You can decide the third Ceruli or Snow instead of the Gold and Silver. But I stuck with choosing Gold and Silver. Double DD Crow, things amazing against Dark World mirror matches, and Grapha and Christia. And this is basically the biggest hitter against agents. Double Core Destroyer. It's a mini catastrophe, but the good side of this is you don't have to synchro it, and it gets under bottomless. Moving Charge, just in case I'm not playing the mirror match. It's amazing. Double Twister, Double Dust Tornado, just the hate against back row. You lose against it. And if you're playing a heavy normal spell card deck, like Quick Draw Plants or something, Double Dark Deal gets your Dark World second effects and things rolling. Deck Devi, second Deck Devi and second Eradicator. Just in case your opponent doesn't play enough low levels, you can side out the Deck Devi to put in the Eradicator and vice versa. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thumbs up the video. This is the cheapest possible Dark Wood deck I can build for you guys, really. And I might get the cheap, expensive build if I, am retarded. It's not really retarded, but it is at the same time. But yeah, tell me what you think about the comments down below. If I see anyone say take out these, I will get pissed because they're too good. Try to stick out on Duel Network or something before you trash on it because it is amazing. Actually, you probably have the cards about this. In fact, if you're playing Tour Guide Dark World, try to stick out. So I know you have all the stuff for this. Try it out. It's not bad. It works really well for how cheap it is, and it's just absolutely amazing. But, as I said, just leave comments down below what you think I should change, like about the side deck, some main deck options, except for the ones I've said don't, like Brawn. I might cut down to 2 because, pretty obvious reasons. But, tell me what you think about me finding a way to make Ceruli good. People always thought this card was going to suck. I was like, no, this card has a lot of potential. And I'm making it have potential right here in this deck. And I'm putting love in this deck, even though everyone thinks it's a sack deck and everyone hates it. But it's not really a sack deck the way I play it. It's more like, well, it resolves around some skill. It doesn't drop Torguide and just gets Brawn and Graphas the shit out of you all the time. And that's out the win conditions. But hopefully you guys like my video. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. I have more cheap deck profiles and things coming up. I have a lot of things for sale, trade. I have cheap things for sale and trade because I'm poor as fuck. Like, my binder is shit. It's shit. I have rare silvers, by the way. I could put them in my deck. I have rare stuff, but I'm not going to put them in my decks because I'd rather put that shit for trade. Those are Portuguese. Yeah, I'm just going to stop it right now. This video is already longer than it needs to be. And yeah, peace out, YouTube.